Welcome back, everybody, to the Indianapolis Colts franchise here on Madden 23. This is your Super Bowl winning Indianapolis Colts after season 3, and this is the season 3 off season. So we decided we're going to do something just a little bit different this time. I am going to record the entire off season process for some of you who might be interested in the longer form version. So I'm not going to do any edits at all. And so this is going to be a longer video. We'll go all the way through from the point where we are right now to the preseason, to the start of the preseason. So we'll go through the free agency, the draft, the re-signings, the trades, or if any, and all of that. Mostly because I don't think we're going to do a whole lot of changing in this particular season. I think this season, this off season is going to be mostly about preparing our cap for next season. We have a pretty good team. I don't know that we have any major holes, and we have traded away a lot of our draft picks for this season. We don't have a number one. I think we do have a couple number twos, but it's going to be a trip anyway. So I think it'll be a little bit of a shorter overall off season, and I wanted to see if you guys be interested in all of the things. So the first thing I want to do is to take a look at our salaries. I'm going to go ahead and assume that actually we may look at some off season, some of our season recaps, like how we ended the season. But for the sake of the video, we'll see. We'll see if we do that or not. But here's the big thing, and I probably need to do this. I probably should wait to do this now. Actually, I'm thinking about it. But these are the players that we need to sign. And then these are the players with the one season remaining that we are going to probably need to be ready to deal with next year. And there is a bunch of them, including Quentin Nelson, Anthony Richardson, Teller, Brissett's a pretty big, not Brissett, Popo's a pretty big signing for us. Brent's is going to be big. I think Matthews, Blackman, Downs, all those players I think are going to be important for us to sign. So yeah, Anthony Richards going to demand a lot of money. I don't know. Actually, we'll go through that slowly in a minute. Let's go ahead and do the signings, because sometimes things change once you get past the re-sign period. So we have a 5th-year option for Anthony Richardson, and obviously we want to pick up this 5th-year option. He has done what he needs to do to be a part of this team. And 89 overall at 25 years old is pretty good in the superstar X factor. I think that's legit. Braden Smith, who I wanted to bring back, is not interested. We tried to sign him earlier in the season, and he just simply said no. So Rodney Thomas, I'm willing to go ahead and move away from. We'll take our chances. He may be a player that we can end up signing in free agency. Same with Daniel Scott. Not really interested in Daniel Scott. Looking at him and his ratings, he's got nice speed and he's got nice man coverage. I don't know. I'm just not all that interested in Daniel Scott. I might be interested in drafting a safety. Tate Crowder, we're also not interested in, not our type of player. So we're willing to be done with this, just those 4 players for our re-sign period, and that's all good with me. We also need to fill our staff. We've got Bo Jackson, who is playing really well. We've got 180 fantasy points, or staff points, and we need to fill these 2 positions. And so we have a base 4-3 defensive scheme, and so we want to at least get a 4-3 defensive coordinator, some sort of 4-3, and then we have the vertical power run. So it'd be nice to find someone who also is a vertical power run offensive coordinator. So let's see if we have any. Okay, we have one in Luis Ramirez, and this is the offensive coordinator, so it really just matters the defensive scheme. Let's take a look at him. What's he got here? Okay, power running quarterback guru. Open field moves. What's this? Okay. I mean, I like that. I'm cool with that. Is there anyone else? Okay, so we have another vertical power run. I wonder if these are all the same. Oh no, outside running, secure the line, and receiver guru. I really like the secure the line. I really like the secure the line trait. And then what else do we have? Are these the only ones? Yeah. So it's going to come down to these two. So it comes down to, do we want outside running, secure the line, or receiver guru, or do we want open field moves, which is for halfbacks, power running, and is power running for the offensive line? No, tight ends, halfbacks. Interesting. Let's see. I'm inclined to go with the other one. I do like this open field moves, but I feel like our running back is already an X factor, so he's good. I like this secure the line. I think we're going to end up losing a lot of our offensive linemen. I think they're so key to what we're doing, and we still get a little running back here stuff. Oh yeah, I like this guy. So we're gonna go with Patrick Clark. Patrick Clark, new offensive coordinator. Welcome to the Colts. Welcome to a championship franchise. Let's go. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. We also need to get the defensive coordinator. So let's look at the defensive coordinator. And again, we have a 4-3. So 4-3 quarters, not 3-4, not 3-4, not 3-4. 4-3 quarters. So we got the first one and the last one. Let's see. Stacked box. This looks like, what is this? Toughness, hit power, agility, stamina. So I wonder, I guess that's maybe against the run. Man secondary. Ooh, I like this. Agility. Eventually we'll get down to man cover. Yeah, I like the man coverage. And the press. Yeah, we might do and the defensive lineman. Nice. Gain the ability to equip X factors. Okay. I like these two defensive tackles. So I think I like this guy. Let's see what the other guy has though. 4-3 quarters. Standard 4-3. Okay. Defensive line and linebackers awareness. Okay. Full blitz. Ooh, and we blitz a lot. We do a lot of man blitzing. And defensive back guru. Wow. I like these. Okay, so it comes down to Ooh, the block shed. Okay, so did we get block shed on the last guy? Let me look over here again. Stack box. What's this down here? Boost tackle is the big win. Boost catching is the big win. Boost power moves. I think, you know what? As strong as Justin Henderson is, I like boosting that block shed. I like boosting the block shed down here. I think that's pretty. Yeah, we want to get to the quarterback this year, so we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with Sammy Rios. Hey, you know what? I'm appreciating that they added. Hold up. Oh yeah, that they added this, because otherwise, before it was it didn't really matter about the coordinators, and so now with those particular skills, it actually makes it a little more fun to pick those players. And that was the first time we had to do it in 24. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. Let's do a little bit of recap for the people who are just joining us for the first time. We'll go to statistics and take a look at how we ended the season. So Colts are Super Bowl champions. I mentioned that already. And we had an amazing offensive season. Anthony Richardson led the league, 5,148 yards, by far his best season, and 57 touchdowns and 16 interceptions, which is still a lot. 16 interceptions is a lot. He was not far from the top guy as far as interceptions goes. But man, blew it out the water with touchdowns and touchdown passes. We thought it was going to be a big running season at the beginning of this season. But it turned out that we had a big passing year as well. Trey Hayward, which is our second year running back, also had a big year, 2,384 yards, 23 touchdowns, and Derrick Henry was not far from him. These are a lot of stats, and it makes me wonder if I need to drop down to 8 minutes instead of 9 minutes. It's particularly these carries, 416 carries. But I mean, 328 to 237. You know what I'm saying? Like, some players are just not running the ball. Like Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Wow. Jalen Hurts is in the top 10 or 15 in the mix here. Anyway, Trey Hayward had a pretty big year as well. 2 touchdowns, played really well. Superstar X Factor as well. We equipped him with the ability, freight train, like the ability to run with the power, and that's good. Real quick, let me go back to Anthony Richardson, and we can look at his. He's a superstar. He didn't get Superstar X Factor, won the MVP, but was a superstar when he won it, but it did not get the X Factor upgrade. So we gave him some of these abilities: sideline, tight out, and lofting dead eye. Like the tight out has the ability to, what's it say? Passers with this ability improve the catching prowess of all tight ends who are open on pass plays. Oh, I don't remember choosing that. No, I don't remember choosing that. Red zone dead eye. Fast break. Pass with ability to receive better blocking support on design run plays. No look dead eye. Pass with ability to have perfect accuracy on all crossbody throws up to 20 yards. Okay. Ooh, I like this side of hand concept. Anchored extender while by blitzing defensive back. I hardly ever get defensive backs blitzing us. It's usually the offensive line that gets, or the defensive line that's getting in. Can get in the zone easy. Let's do this. He's probably a pretty good runner. This feels like, just for his type of player, he would be a gutsy scrambler. And sideline dead eye. We're good with that. We're good with the other things. Okay, back to it. So we did rushing. Receiving, we had Kyle Pitts was a beast for us. 1,811 yards. He led all receiving targets this year with that. 17 touchdowns. Wasn't the leading touchdown getter. That goes to Alec Pierce, the other receiver that for us. And we had a 1,541 yard year for Alec Pierce, who also got moved to Superstar X Factor. So we've got a solid quarterback, a X Factor receiver, and an X Factor linebacker. Alec Pierce is in the mix, and he's not an 85 overall yet, but we did give him the yak 'em up, the deep elite in, and the runoff elite, which I think I really like, because there's a couple plays I like where sometimes they get caught up in the midst of all that. And I like that Pierce can get through there. And eventually we're going to go with the mid out once we get him up. But he really is going to be probably one of our deep receivers, especially with that 94 speed. And we can get that release up a little bit more. Man, he could be a beast, in for a huge year next year, I think. I also think where it comes to receivers, we almost got 3,000 yard receivers. Quez Watkins, who started playing probably around week 4, Had he gotten in a little bit earlier, I think he may have gotten to 1,000 yards. But Quez Watkins was also a player that gave us a lot of kickoff return touchdowns, which was crazy. So these three players, Pitts, Pierce, Watkins, were crazy. And we're not even using Josh Downs as much as we probably should. But, man, it's only so many balls to pass around right now. So that's what's going on the receiving side of things. Blocking, who cares? Defensively, we're not in the mix with any of the tackles. I think we'll look at our team in just a minute, but nationwide or league-wide tackles for loss, Owen Popo was close. He's number 22, just behind Greg Rousseau. Owen Popo is the middle linebacker for us. Picked him up, started him. He was very low rated, and he is really shaping up to be one of our best receivers. Best linebackers, and can't wait for him to get his upgrade. He deserves a superstar rating. He does. He just deserves it, and we don't have it. But that 97 acceleration and the 93 speed, zone coverages right now is 83. It's probably 77 when it's regular, and the man coverage. So he's an all-around linebacker, the perfect linebacker that I like to have. Hit power is 86. The play recognition is up. We got to make sure we get that up even more. And that awareness right now is +7. We got to get play recognition and awareness up for him. And once we do that, I think Owen Popo will be beast mode. We didn't lead anything in sacks. I think Popo is the closest to that. Yeah, he shows up here with 10.5 sacks and 1 interception for him. We also had league-leading interception people. Jeffrey Brents leads all Julius Brents leads all interceptions. That's interesting. They don't show Eric Stokes for some reason. Julius Brents. They show that's wild. They show Brents, but there's Stokes. Stokes had 11. I don't know why they're showing Brents and not Stokes. That's weird, but okay. We had the top 2 guys with that. So that is some of the season stats, team stats, a quick look. We were the number 1 offense by far, 10,576 total yards. And wait, where am I? Here. Yeah, with the Bengals behind us, craziness, 4,000. Oh, the Colts were had a better passing year than we did. That's wild. I guess the sacks. I guess we got sacks and that messed with our passing numbers. I guess. But yes, we're the number 1 offense. And looking at the defense, we were probably down here. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so number 15 or number 16 off defense. Did all right. We got a lot of turnovers, but we also gave up a ton of points. I think they're going to show. Okay, we gave up 447, so our defense gave up a lot of points. We scored a lot of points too, though, so that works out, I suppose. That works out. The rest of these 4th down conversions, we had a few of those, but I'm not going to look too deeply at that stuff. Okay, so that's a brief overview. Let's look at NFL records to see where we were. For nothing career, but for one season, passing yards, even with the extra game, we're still nowhere in the mix. Actually, we're down here. So what, number 10 on the all-time, something like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, we had 18 games, and these players we had 17 games. What is it? We had 18 weeks, and these players had 17 weeks. So we had one extra game and still didn't pass those guys. So that just goes to show just how good a season those guys had. But we did get the most touchdowns past Peyton Manning. Anthony Richardson is in the record books. A lot of Colts. You see Colts there. You see Peyton Manning in as a Colt with 49 in 2004. And then rushing yards, Alvin Kamara last year was on our team. He had 2,397. We thought Trey Hayward would be able to do that, and he was very close to doing it, just 14 yards away from holding that in his second year. So we had that rushing touchdowns. Hayward is in the mix with 23 down there at number 6. And what else? Receiving yards. Nope, we're nowhere near any of that. Look at this. Devontae Adams with 26 receiving touchdowns in 2024. I think that was with us. And he did his thing. Alec Pierce, though, 23 is number 3 in the list. Man, so we had, again, a very almost a very kind of historic year. Let's see. Catches. Let's see. Do we have anyone here? It's Harrison. And then defensive sacks. We weren't in that. Interceptions. No. Okay. So those are some of the things. Again, a big year for us and a big year for this offense. All right. Now let's take a look just at the team in general. See where we are. And actually, no, before we do that, let's go ahead and advance the week and get all the players who aren't on the team anymore after the re-signing period off the team, and then we'll take a look. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the team and see what we have. And I think I will mention, you know what, let's do two things at the same time. Let's do the sign-up period. The salaries. And we can do them by position, and that'll also tell us who's on our team and all the things. Okay, so looking at the quarterback position, Anthony Richardson and Jacoby Brissett. Again, Richardson is going to be up in a minute. I think next year he's going to want his contract, and he's going to want a ton of money. And I don't know that we can spend the money that we're spending on Jacoby Brissett. So I think we're going to look to either trade or release Brissett. If we were to release him, then we would not save very much. It would cost us, basically, it looks like it would cost us $2 million to save, to cut him. So I'll probably be looking to add him to some sort of package, financial package, to someone who needs a backup quarterback. And so that's he's kind of trade target. We'll see if it works, but I do want to free up, and I think we'll look at drafting a quarterback in the draft, probably in the 3rd or 4th round. See if we can find a gem, but we don't want to fall in love with a quarterback because Anthony Richardson is our guy. So we don't want to get a quarterback that we just really want to overly develop. We just want a guy that, if something happens to Richardson, we can let him go. Same thing here. We're spending a lot of money on Zamir White. We did sign him in the offseason, and one of these players we don't need. Probably Zamir White. Zamir White will be the guy that we might, again, same thing, may trade. He's got a solid, contract. He's already signed for 4 years. Young player, and could be something that a team could be interested in. So Zamir White will be another player, again, looking to free up this cap. He's got $19 million, $7 million penalty. Yeah, so we'd have to, again, it'd be a money trade. We'd pay a little bit to do it, but in the long run, I think it would be better for us. Okay. Fullback is only 72 overall. This is a place we want to get a little bit better than what we are right now. We want to, we want to get a little bit better than what we're doing at the moment. He's a young player though, so he could just get better. But I think it's hard for fullbacks to progress. But money wise, he's all right. Alec Pierce, we re-signed this year with a lot of money, and he paid off for us. We got to decide what to do with Josh Downs. Man, I really want to keep Josh Downs. But Quez Watkins has been so good for us. Anyway, we only have 5 receivers. We have one rookie that we drafted who's kind of at the bottom of the list. We'll probably go away from Scotty Miller. So we might need to pick up a couple receivers in the draft or in the free agency. So we'll be looking at the wide receiver position. Money wise, I don't mind what's going on here, except for here. I think we can, again, go away from Scotty Miller. We don't need to pay him that money. And so a potential release or trade option is Scotty Miller. Kyle Pitts, yes, we're keeping him. Mallory, tight end is fine. I think we can stay where we are here. No need to really do a whole lot of moving around on this. Also, we like where we are. Okay, so this is where the big thing is. Tyron Smith, this is probably his last year. I don't know if is he still a superstar? Yes, so he still is a superstar. But he did drop in overall. Yeah, I think he dropped in overall. Let me see. Progression history. Yeah, he dropped 4 points. Still a solid player though. We want to get Raymond in the game, and we might, with 1 year left, this might be one more year for him, and then we move Burning Raymond up, and we just keep developing Raymond. Raymond's got a lot of money. That's a lot of money sitting on the bench right there. I don't know. Should we? I don't know. We might make a decision. Again, if money's an issue, that's $33 million for the left tackle for 1 year. We did re-sign him. This guy can go. We don't need him. I'm gonna release him right now. We'll leave this alone right now, but there's a part of me that's leaning toward playing Raymond more just to get him progress, especially if we're going to get some solid offensive line. Well, usually all the offensive line gets the upgrades. I don't know. We'll see what this looks like, but I don't think we're going to make any major moves here. I like where we are with that. Quentin Nelson. Okay, so he's got 1 year left and he's got a huge contract. And we're going to want to sign Quentin Nelson back just because he's been so solid for us. So he's one of the players we're trying to make room for with our money. So we got to be ready for that. Fries, I think we might have to let go. Actually, no. I think we're going to want to sign both of these players in the future. So we got to make the money for them. A lot of money invested right here with Jake Matthews. Do we keep Jake Matthews or do we just stick with Wyatt Teller and Josh Myers? Maybe we move Jake Matthews somewhere else because that's too much money for him just to be sitting on the bench, or we have to trade him. But a lot of money again in our offensive line right now. A 77 overall with 18. Yeah, we gotta do it. So we gotta do something with that. Emil Ekiyor is 26 years old, and I like where we are here. I think we can keep these, especially 2 years. I think we're solid right here at the right guard position. Mostly because this guy is 24 years old, Devin Andrews, and I think he can just get better. And then right tackle we need to do something with. So we need to sign a right tackle, or maybe the move is to move this guy for right now. Let's just do it right now. We're going to go ahead and move him to right tackle. Yeah, let's do that. We'll move him to right tackle. Let's see how he looks over there. He's only an 80 overall. Well, that's better than what we had there. So that keeps us from, we might need to draft our right tackle. We'll look to draft a right tackle. I think that's what we're going to do. We only have this guy for 1 year anyway. He's probably going to retire after it. So yeah, we'll do that. So the right side is just a little less. Is he a star? Oh, he's just a star. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. Looking at the left end, money wise, Jermaine Johnson, I think he's going to be a beast this year. Actually, I think both of these players are very good on the left end, especially toward the end of the season. Both of them played really well. Really well. I was very happy with them, which means Adebaware, he can go. We can trade him. He's a young player, left end. We've got these two players here. He's just duplicate right now. We don't need that level of depth. So I think he is another player that could be traded for maybe some picks or something. So a tradable player is him. Plus, we'll maybe free up a little bit of money. But man, both of these players are good. Or we might keep Warray, and let's see what the right end is like. Yeah, I like Becton. He's a young player. We drafted him last year. This is his second year, 76 overall. I think he's solid. In fact, what we might do, because Trevon Winters is really a linebacker. He's really a linebacker. When we get to the linebacker piece, maybe we move Trevon to linebacker position. And then we move Warray. I don't know that Warray is going to be that good as a right end, though. I don't know. Let's look at what he's got. What's he doing? Ooh, 89 speed. Okay. Power moves. So he's a power player. I don't know. We'll make some decisions there. But I know we're playing with these two. For sure. I wonder if it makes sense to play Fisher on the right. No, I kind of want to get Spectre. I want Becton to get his love. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and move him to the right end at the moment. Give him a chance. We're going to free up Trevon Winters. Free up Trevon Winters. Oops. One too many circles there. Let's go back to that. We were on right end and left end. So here's the left end. All right, I like these two. And they're probably going to get on the field together somehow. Maybe at some point. Okay, so we can move Trevon Winters. We moved him there because we thought he had the stats that could work there, but he's not getting his best work there. Money-wise, though, we're good in both of those scenarios. Calvin Rose, wow, $36 million, but he was a number one pick for us, and he is progressing nicely. This is his second year. He's 86 overall already in his, I think this is his second year. It's either his second or his third year. And then Devontae Short, love it. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the defensive tackle position at the moment. We may pick up another one just for depth's sake, but that's it. Okay, so Devin Bush and Cam McGrone. I wonder. Ooh, we're definitely keeping him. We re-signed Bush. I wonder if left outside linebackers where we need to move Winters. Oh, no, it's definitely here. We need to move Winters to the middle linebacker. We need the depth at linebacker. That works. I will happily do that. Again, Winters was a linebacker to start with, and we moved him to the edge, kind of as an edge rusher. And but he's got, I think he has the speed for middle linebacker. He was one of our speed is 82. But 79 in zone coverage. Wow, or 76. Huh. Interesting. I think he's a player that we're gonna develop. Comes in as a 77 overall. Yes, and looking a lot better there. I like it. Like the young linebacker situation. And then the right outside linebacker. Yes, love Devin White here. And love Asamoah, who was injured a lot. Didn't get on the field a bunch, but I love his speed, 87 speed. His block shed is 68. His zone coverage is up there with 68 and 71 for a linebacker. He's a player that I think we can develop as well. So all these players kind of fit the same kind of mold. They're kind of speedy guys. We signed, that's a lot of money for Asamoah. We're going to see. It's possible that we trade him if we absolutely needed to. I think he's a tradable piece as a young player, 76 overall, solid prospect. Wouldn't hurt us, but overall, I love our linebacker core. Everybody's speedy, and everyone is running after the ball. I think it's what we like to see. Stokes and Brent's doing their thing. Stokes, wow, 66 million, but he has been worth it. If push comes to shove, I think we could go away from Stokes and draft a great cornerback. If there's a cornerback that we love, then we may trade Stokes to get that cornerback, put Brent's in there and start that corner and get them started. That could be a thing that we do if we want to move into the first round. Stokes might be a guy that we do that with, but 27 overall, 87. If we were to do that, if we were to trade Stokes again in the interest of getting cap space, oh my gosh, a superstar X Factor, are you kidding me? Yeah, but that's what it would take probably. He's got 96 speed, 95 acceleration at this point. Man, this would be a 91 overall. I wonder. So with that money, Stokes is on the block. He's on the block for us, I'm concerned. It says we would save -13 and then would have a $24 million penalty. I think we re-signed him last year. Man, that would be something. Can we trade Stokes and get a first round? Julian Blackmon, obviously we need a free safety and we need a strong safety. But I do like these two players, so we'd be looking for backups in both of those. Kicker, he has a year, so we got one more year with Matt Gay, and then we'll worry about that when we're about that, and we have a young punter. So that's a quick look at the team, the money. For recap, there's quite a few players that we feel like we could trade for, but the Colts, what we need to get a backup quarterback probably, since we're going to try to move away from Brissett. We need wide receivers. We need a right tackle. We might need a backup right end. Looking at cornerback, there may be some moves there. We need backup free safety, backup strong safety. That is what we need going into this thing. Let's look at some combine results, particularly now that we're talking about it. Let's continue this cornerback conversation. So I've looked at some of the cornerbacks. Junior Claxton seems like a guy who is going to be pretty good. His physicals, is it him? No, his physicals are just okay. This isn't. Actually, let me look at my. Let me look at the people I've tagged. I've only tagged a few people. Oh, I only tagged a few cornerbacks. Let's. Okay, so I tagged. Who are? There was. Oh, Monk. Monk is the guy. Monk is a guy has great statistics. I think this is the guy. 6'3", 185 pounds, out of Wisconsin. His physicals are off the charts. Yeah, there he is. I think this is him. Great, good, elite. No, this isn't right. That's not the guy I'm thinking about. But he's pretty good. We like him. And he's got good statistics. There was a cornerback that I really, really liked, but I don't see him. Let's go this way. Monk. Oh, maybe it was. Let's look at all of them. Physicals, solid. Okay, we'll go to the next player. I thought I saw someone with a lot of elites. Maybe it wasn't a cornerback. Okay, so, well, if we're looking at cornerback, these are the best ones. And they don't feel like anything that I'm going to give up Eric Stokes for, at the moment. Nah, they don't feel like anything I'm going to give up Eric Stokes for. Let's go back to the cornerback list, see if I've left something out. Junior Claxton. Good. I thought I had someone who was an elite speed in my prospects, but I don't. I'm just looking at the speed category at the moment. And I don't see him. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so for Stokes, yeah, it's not worth it to. I don't think it's going to be worth it to trade, to draft. We don't see a high draft pick. The closest is going to be Claxton. And I think what we'll do is over time we'll get him completely figured out. But his speed's a 4.39. That's not bad. That's good. Zone coverage is A. Man coverage, we don't know. Catching, awareness, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about him. Let's look at some of the other players that I have marked throughout the season. We have Jabari Gilmore. Let's look at some of their physicals. A strong safety. Wow, this guy looks pretty good. He's elite acceleration. Could be a solid player. If we really want to do something else at strong safety. I really like what we have, though. Brisker has played very well, and I don't really need to move on from that. Here's the cornerback that we saw. This is the second fastest cornerback. For some reason, his speed is just good, but he's the second fastest one so far. So that's a little weird. Awareness is A. I like. Play recognition. Yeah, no, I'm not sure he's the guy that we're wanting. Actually, let's go to the full list here. Yeah, clearly marked a bunch of cornerbacks at the very top there. Tight end. Let's look at this quarterback. Improviser quarterback. That fits what we have right now. He's right-hander from Louisville, 6'5", and needs to be able to move. Acceleration is good. Okay. Speed is solid. I like him. He's a top 5 quarterback. Oh, that's why. We're definitely not drafting a quarterback as a top 5. Throw on the run is A. Short accuracy A. I like him, though. He's a solid player. We're going to go ahead and take him out of our list, though, because we're not going to draft a quarterback in the top 5. Wide receiver Brian Vernon. We could definitely use a wide receiver. He looks okay. Solid agility. I think what we'd be looking for is more of a possession receiver. I like the speed, though. 4.34 speed, fast second. We want that speed. And he's projected at around 2 and 3. So this is a player that we might move up on our draft a little bit. Kind of like him. Strong safety, tight end. We did look at a fullback, quarterback. Here's a 3rd and 4th round quarterback, Pat Malone. He is 5'11", from South Dakota. Marginal strength, can't throw the ball down the field. 4.85 on the 40. Speed is just decent. I don't know. He doesn't look great. He doesn't look great. Short accuracy. Juke move. Okay, so he's not a fast player at all. Stand in the pocket. Quarterback. Look at the scouting report. Beautiful spiral. Gets happy feet. Okay. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. So smart player. Plays well within and outside the pocket. Fast, nearly perfect, compact motion. This might be a player that we end up drafting. Third and fourth round. We don't have to fall in love with him. Developmental player that can come in and fill in some gaps where needed, especially with the targets that we have. He doesn't need to really throw the ball down the field crazily. So we like him. We'll keep him on the list. And we mentioned right tackle. This guy looks pretty good. He's around one. See if he falls to second round. So we got more to do for looking at the prospects, but those are the early ones. I haven't fallen in love with anything, mostly because we don't have a number one at the moment, and I don't know that I really want to move up for anything that's, anything in the number one in the first round. I keep saying the number one. I mean first round. Let's look real quick. I came back to it, because I want to look at the top five. We don't have any of these needs. Maybe a left tackle as far as the top five is concerned. Here's a right tackle. We've already marked them. Let's see. Who else do we see that would be maybe worth moving up to get? I don't really see any really great prospects. Here's another one. Okay. Impact block is good. We'll go ahead and mark him. Yeah, I don't see anything that we just have to have. Yeah, so we may be good with not being in the first round. Ooh, here's a corner. Jamal Spence. ABB. Okay. 5'11", a little short for us, out of Louisville. 4'7". He's short though. Could be a good. They're saying that he's a round one talent. Well, let's mark him. He'll be somebody that we might look at later. Free safety. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's the prospects. Again, nobody that I'm just in love with at this point of the season. So let's look at free agency. Who is in the free agency? Oh, DJ Moore. DJ Moore was let go by the Bears. Is that who? No. Who do we trade DJ Moore to? Oh, Atlanta. The Falcons let DJ Moore go. Wow. They let him go. Tyler Lockett's out in the mix. And there's Braden Smith. Couldn't care less about coming to our team. And I think we're going to be fine without him. Jake Elliott. Oh, here's a cornerback. 93 speed, 25 years old. He wants, what's the value for him? Let's take a look at this. 84 overall. Can I look at his player card? How do I look at his player card? He's very interested. There's the player card. Let's see what you got here, sir. Derek Stingley Jr., 6 foot, 4 years in the league, 86 overall. 86 man coverage. He's an 82 overall. It's interesting. Yeah, he's not amazing. I don't love him. I like that he's younger. And I like that he would cost less if we needed to trade it away. Stokes, if that's what's needed to happen. Interesting. We'll think about him. Brown. Okay. Ooh, we could probably get a better punter. Right in. We don't need any of this. Grover Stewart. Had him in some other things that I've done. Corey Linsley. A lot of these offensive linemen are just older. Ooh, Von Bell. Don't need it, but who I like playing with Don Von Bell. Teron Jackson. Wow, you know what? I don't see anybody that let's see, what do we say we needed? We needed a backup quarterback. So we're thinking about drafting that though. What else did we need? We needed fullback. Let's go look at the fullback situation, see if there's something there. Alec Ingold, very interested. He was interested last year. We drafted someone already. Um, 78. That's not that big of a jump. Not worried about the fullback position. What else did we say we were looking for? Wide receiver. Let's look at Michael Thomas. Could be interesting. Gallup, Wan'Dale Robinson, former Colt. Dubs. There's Zay Jones out there. There's Marshall. Definitely not any of these top players again. We'd be looking to save money, not add money. Lazard, Brian Edwards, Cedric Wilson. Okay, don't really love anybody there. What about right tackle? Is there any younger prospects? Most of these are older prospects. Here's a younger prospect. Nicholas Petit-Frere, 75 overall. I'd make a case for him, and he's very interested. We've got 30 million. Let's see what can we do with you. Let's go 3 years and make the offer. See what he's about. We made an offer to him. Okay, let's look at the right end. Actually, we feel pretty good about right end, but we might be looking to trade. Don't see anyone that I love. Greenard. We can come back to right end. I don't see anybody that I like right there. Cornerback. Stingley, Rock Yassin. A lot of older players, except for Stingley. Stingley's not an older player. Who else do we have down here? Let's look at speed. I kind of like speedsters on my edge here. So Dante Jackson, Kelvin Joseph, 70 overall. Let's see what you got, Kelvin. What's your deal? Kind of like you. Ooh, man coverage is weak, but the speed and such is there. Can we develop Kelvin? And how much would Kelvin cost? How much would Kelvin cost? Wow, Dante Jackson though, 95, 95, 94. Kelvin just wants $2 million per year. For 1 year, I'm gonna see if I can get a 4-year contract. See if he's interested in that. Dante Jackson is, yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're good with that. Let's see who else. Free safety. I think we're gonna try to draft free safety, but we need a backup. This guy's not interested. Plus, he wants too much money to be a backup. There's Rodney Thomas. He would come back. Who's this? JT Woods, 26 years old. I like it. Let's go for it. Let's go 3 years. do that. And strong safety. Ooh, Von Bell is so interesting to me. Man, I want to do it, but I know that I shouldn't. Brian Cook. Daniel Scott is the player. Is this the player we had? I think it's the player we had. Mike Edwards. Brian Cook. Let's see what you got, Brian. 83 coverage zone. I need that zone to be a little bit better, honestly. And I need that tackle to be a little bit better. But again, it's a backup. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see about that. Okay, so we've targeted a couple players. Let's see what we get. All right, so we get all three players that we go after. Nicholas Petit-Frere is going to come in at the right tackle position like that. Free safety. We get the free safety figured out with JT Woods also like that. And hopefully we're going to get JT up a little bit. And then Kelvin Joseph, another speedster that we need to develop. So just a little depth in the secondary. We still have some holes to fill, but overall, I don't mind that for the first couple of see what we got. We got the free safety, we got the cornerback, and we got right tackle. So I'm kind of keeping my notes here so that I don't lose anything. All right, now the next thing we need to do is figure out, do we want to make any trades? And I think the first thing we want to see is what would we get? What would we get for Eric Stokes? 87. I feel like, you know what? I mean, I do. I really feel like we're probably not going to trade him. Hold up. He's a yellow? Okay, there's only a few players interested. There are some offers. That's a ridiculously dumb offer. Tampa Bay, go away. Also a bad offer. I mean, for 87 overall, 27-year-old X Factor, I got to get better than what they doing. Stingley. I think we were looking at Stingley. They just signed Stingley. Don't need a running back. Cesar Ruiz. Okay, so not interested. A lot of these players are not interesting. A lot of these players. No bueno. So it would only save us. Wouldn't save us that much anyway. Okay. The other players that we're interested in kind of moving on from, quarterback. Let's see what we can get for Brissett. Just straight up. I'm sure nobody really wants him. Yeah, we'd have to package him with someone. Who else do we say? Zamir White, and I have Adebo Moore. I have Warray on here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to left end. We're good. Left tackle. Okay, we probably can keep. Maybe we should keep him. Scotty Miller. Okay, let's see if we can put together a package. Does any team need a running back? You know what I mean? I'm forcing trades I don't have to force. We really don't. We probably don't need to trade anything. most of it is about the money, though. People who are making too much. And Brissett is one of those players. So we need to find a way to move Brissett, I think. 17 million. I had to go back and kind of remind myself here. Okay, Petit Free is there. We want to keep those guys. Devin Bush. This was a guy that I was thinking about, but now that he has a home, maybe not. Quarterbacks. Yeah, Stokes is the big one. Rodgers played well too. Blackman. Brisker. Wow, the kicker is making a ton of money. What's that about? So Nelson, Pitts, Richardson, Teller, Smith, Stokes, Rose, Poe. I'm looking at the money and seeing who. So far, I want to keep all these people. Austin Jackson. I think Austin Jackson was a player that we could move away from. Did I just sign Austin Jackson? I think I just signed Austin Jackson. Let me go back. What was I thinking about? I had a few players that I was thinking about when we were talking about this team salaries. So let me go and look real quick. I didn't write it down. I thought I wrote it down. Okay, so we said Brissett, okay. We also said Zamir White. Zamir White is the one, is probably a big one. So we'll go back to Zamir. We're keeping everybody. Oh, Miller. Zamir White, Miller. Said we're keeping that. Said we were good with this. Good with this. Good with this. I think we signed Petit Frere. We didn't. I think we might be able to move on from Austin Jackson. So let's see if we can do those three. We're gonna try to move those three players. Can we do it? All right. And maybe get a draft pick out of it. As it's a money, again, we're making a money move for us. So we want quarterback, we want Brissett, we want Zamir White, and we want Jackson. First of all, let's see. There are no offers. Okay. I think the best player in this is Zamir White. So let's see if there's any teams looking for running backs just out of their needs. Try to make this fair sitch. Don't see anyone looking for running backs. I do see a few quarterback needs though. Lots of quarterback needs actually. But no running backs. So let's try it this way. We'll go to running back and do it this way. Okay, so they could use a backup. That's what he would be. They don't need a quarterback though. Oh, Scotty Miller. I forgot about Miller. It should be. Let's put Miller in there. Wide receiver. So they need wide receiver. They need a running back. What's their quarterback situation like? Oh, they don't need a backup quarterback at all. Not a good move for them. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh, the Bears. They always need something, don't they? Wow, they got a ton of quarterbacks, but none of them are good. They could use a backup quarterback. They could use a backup receiver. A halfback. And they could use a receiver. They could use all of these players, and they have the cap room. What are they willing to give up for this? Around 3? We'll do it for around 3. Trade accepted. We move all 3 players to the Bears for round 3 for 1 round 3 pick for the upcoming draft. It helps us out a little bit. Frees up some cash, I believe. And we went from 19. Okay, let's go back to Trade Center, and we still got a couple more. Oh, it still says 19. Did we did we not move up a little bit? Trade, and we're gonna go to the right tackle position. We don't need Jackson. Okay, who else do we want to move on from? Back then, Abaware was one of those guys I thought. How tall is he? 5'10", 6'1". I shouldn't. I keep thinking about trading away that dude. Can we get into the number 1 draft? Into the first round? Nah, we don't need to get into the first. Yeah, well, can we? Can we get into the first round? If we add this player, yeah, probably not. That's probably not gonna work. Okay, yeah, we're at 21 million now. Okay. Oh no, at 19. Okay, that's it for right now. Probably, I wonder if we could have got a little bit more for that 3rd round. I don't know. We'll see. But we clear up some cap space. Advance to the next week. And staff moves. Okay, we've mock draft. Let's see who's who. The Broncos lead. They want to get a quarterback. They're that guy, Robert Burton. Okay. Fuller, quarterback. Hugh Dixon. Philip Weaver. Okay, so I don't see any of the players that we really cared a whole lot about. Now, here's one of them. Denzel Monk. He's the closest thing to me wanting to get. Ooh, and he dropped speed. The 13th fastest cornerback now. Interesting. How about this guy? What did he do? 5'11", 25th, 4.46. Okay. All right. My draft didn't give me a whole lot. Moving on to the free agency. I don't really see that we need to do a whole lot. Let's look at the right. I'm curious about the right guard position at the moment. could get better at the right guard position. Another young player here that we could draft who doesn't need a ton of money. So we can go, I'm gonna go 5 years with this kind of money. Yeah, let's go 5 years. See if he likes it. Does he like it, Mikey? What else do we like? Strong safety. I think we may look at. We'll come back to the strong safety position. I thought about Brian Cook. I didn't. That's right. I didn't offer Brian. All right, let's go and see what. Let's see if Burford is going to sign with us. Burford does sign with us, so we've got some more depth at the offensive line. Mostly, we're trying to prepare ourselves for the loss of players there. Let's see, what else do we need to do? I mean, I think if we look at, well, let's see the College Day results. Why not? Go to our favorites. We liked Verndon. We see all of his stuff now. Still like him. And the second and third round, he might be the player this may be the player we get. He may be the top of our board for what we think we can actually get. He's the number one cornerback. There's Sexton or Claxton, round 1. Junior Claxton. Do we want to move up and get Claxton? Is that what we want to do? 6 foot, man to man, Oregon State. A zone coverage. We only know 50% of what he's got though. Where is Junior Claxton going in the mock draft? Currently, Claxton is going 4th. Yikes. We'd be trading a corner. If we did, we'd be trading a corner to Pittsburgh. Okay, let's look at Pittsburgh. I'm warming up to trading Stokes. I know I've been talking about it the whole time. Can we trade Stokes to the Steelers? $17 million cap room. They probably don't have the room. They do have the room. And they're only mildly interested. That is crazy. So if I were to do Stokes and a number 3, let's do this number 3. And they were to give me their number 1 draft pick. Their pick 17. Hold up. How'd I get? Hold up. That ain't right. Oh, I was looking at the wrong. I already know what happened. I was looking at the wrong mock draft. Okay, so this is the mock draft we need to look at. I was probably looking at week 1. Okay, so now let's see where the cornerback is going. This is the week 4, the most recent mock draft. Where is that corner going? Cornerback is going here. Claxton still at 17. a little bit better. That's better than the 4th pick. No other cornerbacks going earlier. Okay, we can still mess with them. Let's go back to the trade offer here, and nope. CJ Stroud is on the trade block, y'all. That's nuts. Maybe in this league he just, didn't do it. Okay, so Stokes is 27 years old, 4 years left. Wow. I don't know how that is not just a straight up. We're gonna try a straight up trade. They're probably not gonna take it, but we're gonna do a 1 and a 2 and a next year 1, because mostly because I don't want them to accept this. I just want to see if they would, where the interest is. The interest should be way down. Okay. All right. We'll take that out and we'll do that. So we're not even close. So if I were to do this, just a straight up Stokes for the number 1, they want me to give them more, and I'm not going to do that. Well, here's what I'd be willing to do. I'd be willing to do a 3, a late 3. This is what you can get for that, and they're close. Okay, this is what happens. I also wanted to get rid of that right tackle, so they don't need a right tackle. Yes, they do. They need a right tackle. That's closer. So if I really wanted that number 2, I could give up. Well, I can give it the guy we just signed, or with the right guard. There's 2 right guards that we had. Yeah, we could give up Ekafor. Trade decline. All right, so we'll do this. I think I want to do this now. Oh, but I better get this. Or should I wait? Maybe I should wait to do this trade. But the right tackle, I bet this would deliver it. And I'm going to do a round 1 and a round 3 just because I feel like I should get a little bit more. So they don't want the round 3. Well, they don't want to give up the round 3, but we're close on the deal. They don't want to give up the round 3. So I bet this deal minus my 3rd round pick could work. And again, it's a pure money move designed to get us that corner. So let's see. I don't think I'm going to do this trade right at this second. I think if we do it, we'll do it we'll do it after that 5th mock draft. So this trade would look like Stokes. I need to write it down so that I'll remember. A round 3. The right guard, Ekiyor, and the right tackle, Jackson. Okay, we'll keep thinking about it. I kind of like the idea though. Be a young corner on the outside. We have enough cornerbacks. The reason I'm willing to take this gamble is we have enough cornerbacks that if that rookie if he turns out to be a bust, I'd be willing to bring CJ Henderson up and really start to develop him, or even Darius Rush. They all have the speed. So we've got players here that can fill the gap if we completely go away from Eric Stokes. And I think Julius Brents is on his way to becoming that superstar anyway. So I think it can work. I really do. We could even go away from this guy, Shaquem Forbes, 89 overall. Yeah, we could go away from him too. Yeah. So anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and advance the week, because I think we're pretty much done with the free agency and all the stuff. We're looking to maybe get the that corner. I think the big draft picks are the corner, the quarterback in Malone, and we can see whatever else. Actually, we're gonna go through this as well. We don't need to do free agency number 3. So we'll advance to the end of that. And here's mock draft 5. The final mock draft that we think we are going to get. First of all, let's get the free agency recap. So DJ Moore goes to the Texans. And so we are going to be facing DJ Moore twice a year. That's going to be something. Tyler Lockett goes to the Denver Broncos. Braden Smith goes to the Falcons. Jake Elliott goes to the Falcons. Stingley goes to the Panthers. Trent Brown goes to the Washington Commanders. Punters are still out there. Grady Jarrett goes to the Cardinals. Algier goes to the Cardinals. Grover Stewart goes to L.O. Do they still have do they still have Aaron Donald? Because if so, that'll be a pretty intense middle. There's the center. Von Bell goes to Kansas City. Teron Jackson, Cardinals. The Cardinals made a lot of moves today. DeMarcus Lawrence goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Arik Armstead. Dante Jackson goes to Pittsburgh. They don't need another. They just got it. They just got a guy. Okay. Donovan Wilson. Ooh, so if we trade over there, they'll have Dante and... Wow. Ah, that could be very interesting. Adrian Amos, Bryce Huff. Okay. All right. There's the look. There's the look for that. Scouting private workouts. Yeah, we're starting to put a lot of money, betting a lot on Claxton, so we definitely want to see the rest of him. I could go with Jabari as well. Oh wait, where's that quarterback? Malone. Yeah, let's get the rest of him. 100%, 50. Let's see, who else do we need to see? We said we wanted a wide receiver. A lot of these round ones are going to be gone. Yeah, almost all these round ones are going to be gone. So let's see. Strong safety. Gilmore. Let's go down here and see. Power, man cover. Ooh, the strong safety situation does not look great. Let's go with this. Okay. All right. All right, mock draft. This is it. Where you going, Claxton? 1, 2, quarterback. Okay. Are the Steelers even still going for Claxton? They are. They still are going for Claxton. Okay, we're gonna do it. Y'all ready? Let's do it. So we're gonna go ahead and make the trade. Try to free up some space in our situation for next year. We're trading Eric Stokes. That's going to be the big move for this year. Eric Stokes could be on the move. We're going to go with Stokes. Going to go to the right tackle. And I think we said we're going to start with Austin Jackson and Achior. I think it's who we said. And a late third round. That's what we said. That's what we're going with. And we're going to go to the Steelers and see if they'll be down to trade a number 1. Okay. We're going to submit the trade offer. Oh, and it is declined. Okay, I bet it's declined about right here. So the right tackle, I think, is what it was. And so we'll give that. Let's see if that makes it any better. Trade declined with one little thing left. Okay, we will give a 7th round or something like that. Let's give a 2028 7th round. Why not? They don't like it. Okay. I really don't want to give up a number 2, so we'll give a 2028 4th round. Still decline. Wow. What do you want? Cornerback. Oh, tell you what. We talked about that corner. This will do it. This guy. We don't need him. Actually, we don't need either of these dudes. Kelvin Johnson. Yeah, we'll keep Kelvin, actually. But Forbes. Oh, we can't do any more than 3 players. Okay, so they want another pick for this number 1. Well, next year's 6. Wow. What if we moved away from? They need corners. What if we moved away from? We're definitely keeping Devin Andrews, and I want to keep Burford. Just signed him. Yeah, and Ekiyor has the money that we want to get rid of, and that's the money that we want to get rid of here. So we need to give away we got to figure out a draft pick to give away that they will like. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. We could give away our 6th. I didn't do a whole lot of scouting anyway, and we don't need a lot of draft. So we'll give away a 6 and see if they'll give us a 5. Or 4. Let's see if we can make that work. Decline. They don't want to give away the 4. What about their 5? Can you meet us halfway here? Decline. They don't want to give us a 5 either. They just want to take us for all of our stuff. Are you gonna take this? They still don't want it. Wow. Okay. They don't want this year's 6th either. What do they want? A 4? Nah, I don't want to give you a 4. Definitely not gonna give you a 2 and a 3. Man, we're giving a lot away for this player. But again, it's about the money. It's about being able to keep our players next year. Let's do. Sure, I'm trying to think here. Definitely want to keep our 2 second round picks. I don't mind. I'm giving away one of the thirds. I think I need our 4th. Okay. We'll do a 4th. You guys give us a 5th. Did I just try this? Is this what I just tried? Declined. Still declined. They are declining everything. Okay, let's go away from him and let's try the corner. We could give away Rush. I'm okay with that. Here's a money move too, 3 million. Let's see what y'all think about that. What do you think about that? Accepted. They just wanted a corner. So, we send Stokes, Petite, Joseph, 3rd round pick, and a 4th round pick. Oh, I should have kept my 4th round pick. And we get a 1st. Betting the farm to get the cornerback that we think could be something special, and that moves our team down 3 overall. So I think we were 89 overall. Now we're at 86 overall. Okay, this is gonna be a short draft, so let's get ready to jump into that. We'll advance to the next week and get that going. The way we do it is we'll just kind of go through each one of the. Let's look at the players that we looked at real quick. Hold up, I looked at a strong safety. Who was it? Was it this guy? Who did we do the college do a visit with? I thought it was an undrafted player. Maybe it was this guy. So that way we can see what his deal is. Oh, he's not bad. He actually could be pretty good. Look at him. As an undrafted player. Hey, we might do it. Let's look at our players that we are thinking about. Vernon. Hold up, didn't I do a... Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Okay. Alrighty. I thought we did a scouting report on this guy. Didn't get any more information. Same thing with this dude. Got very little. Anyway, doesn't matter. That doesn't always. I've seen it happen a couple of times where I don't feel like I got the information that I wanted to get. Once I selected the thing. But all right, Denver Broncos on the list. Somebody better not take Claxton. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm going to be so mad. Let's skip ahead to the next pick. All right, Denver goes with quarterback Robert Burton. I think he looked like a pretty nice pick. D'Angelo Fowler, second rounder out of Auburn. We like it. Mostly because we're Auburn fans. Arizona, I think, came up this offseason a little bit. They did their thing. Marcus Fleming out of Alabama goes to the Texans. We'll be seeing him. Jets go with left tackle Lonnie Hoskins out of Oklahoma. The second quarterback off the board goes to the New England Patriots, Kerry Sharp. We'll see what that's like. That's an interesting name for a quarterback. Might be it. Another Alabama prospect goes off the board to Detroit. This time it's the left outside linebacker, Broderick Johnston, as Detroit tries to bolster their defense. Jabari Gilmore out of Oklahoma. We looked at him. We kind of liked him. Goes to Minnesota with the 7th overall pick. And Darrell Miller out of Notre Dame goes to Philadelphia. Philly was underperforming last year with a decent team. Maybe this year they'll turn it around. Cameron Simpson goes to the goes to the Cleveland Browns. He's out of USC. And they are interested in their free safety sitch. Third quarterback goes off the board to the Miami Dolphins, who a couple years ago traded away to us, or released. I don't know how it happened. Let go Tua Tagovailoa. That quarterback is now in Houston. Denzel Meeks, Baylor, the left end, goes to the Rams. The Rams are bolstering their defensive line. Offensive lineman, the Tampa Bay Bucks go with Jerry Fitzgerald. And so we're only 4 picks away. The fourth quarterback goes off the board. This one to the New Orleans Saints, Clayton Yates. Yates is going to pick up where Derek Carr left off. Seahawks go with a halfback and Hugh Dixon coming out of Texas. Right in from Mississippi State will be a Jaguar next year. And Kansas City do not take a corner. And the Kansas City do not take the corner. That means that we will be able to make the selection that we want. Pat Hutchins, the left tackle, goes. And so we're going to pick Junior Claxton. Let's go ahead and get him. We traded a lot to get him. Let's see what he's got. He is a hidden dev trait with 94 speed, 93 acceleration, and man-to-man 6 foot, change of direction 90, looking pretty good. Like that he's got solid tackle. The press is just B, but we hope that we can really do something with Junior Claxton. Mike Rushing, USF, is coming in. And we will go ahead and finish the first round pretty quickly. Sidney Cheeks goes to the New York Giants. Left tackle for the Bears. The Bears still trying to figure out how to turn their seasons around. They've made a lot of moves. Texas A&M prospect Deion Generals goes to the Chargers. And Joey Burrows out of the... I think he was a guy that was on our board. Was Joey Burrows on our board for wide receiver? No, we got... we're looking at Brian Vernon. Okay. All right, we'll do that. Look at Brian Vernon. Johnny Jackson, free safety, goes to the Bengals. Buffalo goes with the offensive lineman. Cowboys go with Chris Barrett, the cornerback out of Oklahoma, and he may have been on our board. Was he on our board? I think he was. Was he the guy? I think he was on our board. No, it's Garrison Smith that's on our board. And look at this. Denzel Monk, who was, I thought he was a top 5 player, is still available. Huh. And so is Garrison Smith still available. Wow. We might go with another corner if it falls to us. Panthers end up with the halfback, Chris Bayer, out of LSU. There's Garrison Smith. Garrison Smith goes off the board to Atlanta. And there's Denzel Monk. They go off the board to the Baltimore Ravens. Those are two really good picks. And right tackle Michael Barron, San Francisco. And we don't have a pick, and so we're just going to go now. We can skip to our pick. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. And so let's see who we have here. Who do we have? Okay, we still have Vernon. I think we can pick him. We're going to go for it. I'm going to pick Vernon. Looks like a solid player. Let's go. 93 speed, 92 acceleration, hidden depth trait, 6'4". Could be a guy. Catching traffic is A. Catching is A. Spectacular catch is A. Run blocking is A. I love all of that. Stiff arm is B. So that's okay. Awareness B. Solid player for a second round pick. A very solid pick for us. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next. Let's skip ahead to the next user pick. And we'll make a selection. And this is where we're not quite sure, because almost all of our players are later in the deal. Although I don't think we only have 1/3 round. So we might wait for, let's see what's out here. Wide receiver, cornerback. Let's see what you're talking about, Willis. Could be an interesting guy. I don't know how fast he is. This could be a guy that we tackle with C. Could be a guy that we move. He doesn't have the speed that I want, but could be a guy that we move to that strong safety position as a backup. It's one option. What's going on with this guy? We're looking at a lot of secondary. I feel like we're going to need it. Another nice prospect here. Does he tackle though? B on all those things. Tackle is C. I'm thinking 28 seconds left. What about this guy? Yeah, this is the guy I was looking at. Let's go with Reggie. He's an athlete player. I think we might be able to find a place for him. Third hidden depth trait player, 92 overall. 92 speed, sorry. 91 acceleration, 91 change of direction. A solid player, I think. Block shedding is B. That's interesting. Press, hit power is B. Yeah, he might be a guy. Man coverage is D, but zone coverage is B. Yeah, he might be a guy that we would that we're going to put in the safety position. Let's go to the next user pick. And hopefully we can take this quarterback. Looking to take Malone here. Malone is off the board. Off the board. So sad, JoJo. So let's look at quarterbacks here. We know everything we need to know about him, and this guy is not very good. Has elite throw power. That's unfortunate. We thought for sure we'd be able to get Malone. Who is the best quarterback on the board right now? Best quarterback on the board might be this guy. or this guy. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this other cornerback. And then we'll draft a quarterback with our last pick. I think we have one more pick. Hope I didn't trade it. Oh, we have a 6th pick. Yeah. So we'll skip ahead to the next user pick. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that Malone went. I'm very curious to see how he is rated. Very curious to see how he's rated. And see if we missed out. All right, so fullback. Let's go to quarterback, and we're going to pick one. Where was that undrafted? It was, what was it? Did they draft the guy that I was thinking about? I thought I saw a B. They may have drafted the guy I was thinking about. This is the guy I think it is. 95. Let's take a look. Okay. Actually, look at that. He's an athlete. Nice speed, nice bench press. Skills are okay. The accuracy is bad. But we might be able to work with him. We will. Let's go for it. Why not? 86 acceleration, 84 speed. He could be a good backup. He looks like he would play in our system. Has a similar, yeah, I like it. I think we can do it. We can work on his skill set for sure. We'll skip ahead to the next. I think that's all of our picks. And that is the end of the draft. That was a real quick one. We did that draft in like 10 minutes max. All right, so let's look at the draft recap. Ooh, Claxton is an 80 overall. Nice. He's an 80 overall. I think that is already a win for us. He's got 80 man coverage and 81 zone coverage. I think the Eric Stokes was like without the morale boost, he was like 85 and 88 or something like that. So what, man, this is a top tier pick right here. We may have picked the best player in the draft. We're going to look at that and see. Vernon is a 74 overall. Nice. Rivers is a 74 overall, 73 overall, 70 overall, and then Dawson is down at the bottom there. But that's okay though, because I think we're willing to work on it. His contract is low. That's what we needed. And I like it. So we've got, who is it that we were going to move to? One of these we're going to move to. Let me see tackle. Do I see tackle? Yeah. We'll probably move far. And zone. Where's zone coverage? Is zone coverage in here? Did I pass it already? There it is. Zone coverage. Yeah, this is the guy that we're going to move to strong safety. Reggie Rivers goes to strong safety. All right, so then let's now look at overall. Let's look at everybody and see. No, we did not get the best player. The best player was Hugh Dixon, but man, we got a top 4 player. Jabari Gilmore, that was the strong safety we were looking at, and Robert Burton. Yeah, those all seem like really good players. Good stuff here. Here's Monk. Monk is 76 overall. Thought about him. Glad we didn't go with him. And he was a normal depth trade. Let's go to... Oh, can't go by position. So, is this position? Quarterback. Yeah. Malone is 65 overall. Okay. 65 overall, 77 speed. Hidden depth trade, though. Oh, wow. Dang. And, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. We couldn't get him. He's a 67. Yeah, 67 overall. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. And we lost some. Let's look at wide receivers. Can I look at wide receivers? I'm really curious about, okay, wide receivers. 72, 75, 75, 75. Oh no, we're out of wide receivers. So there wasn't a great wide receiver class. 75 was the best wide receivers there were. Okay. And what was ours? What did we get with a wide receiver? We got a 74. So we did all right for the second round for this draft. Yeah, very cool. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and adjust the roster a little bit. We have a couple players to move around. Let's move that cornerback to... Wow, and it's a hidden depth trade too. Reggie Rivers will move him to strong safety. Julius Brents is the top dog. Claxton will be the number 2 for sure. And we'll put Isaiah Rodgers in the 3rd position. And everyone else... Forbes, again, I think we're ready to move on from Forbes. Very interesting. Okay, so there you go, man. The big move for this offseason, it was trading away Eric Stokes. We ended up with 86 overall. And as a team, at least going into the offseason, so now once we get to the preseason, we'll take the final look at our roster. We're at 52 players, so we could probably use one player if we need it. We might go and look at a quarterback. We may do it. Actually, let's go with... Okay, so Dylan Dawson project. We're going to work on him. Trey Hayward, we probably could pick up a free agent halfback. See what that's about. Fullback is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 wide receivers. We probably could. It's an option to pick up a wide receiver, but we like what we have here with this team. Verndon in the mix. We need to get him in the mix for sure. Was he a hidden depth trade? Yeah, he was. Got to get him in the game. Yep, got to get him in the game. Kyle Pitts, tight end situation looks good. Tyron Smith is here. Quentin Nelson, a solid offensive line. We're still wanting to develop Devon Andrews, so that's why he's there. But good backup. We feel really good about our offensive line. Defensive line is looking good too. Jaden Fisher, hopefully he's going to continue his move, as well as Jermaine Johnson. Spencer Becton. We want to see him come up this year. This is a 4th round. What is he? He was a late. I thought he was a late draft. Was he? Does it tell us when he was drafted? Does it say when he was drafted? Can we know? Doesn't say. But he's yeah, he could be something. We're home to see what he can do over there. Calvin Rose is a beast mode, and we gave away the farm to get him. Devontae Short was a good pick. Devin Bush, linebackers, I feel great about. Pickens, want to see him come up this year and really make a dent. Love that Trayvon Winters is there. Trayvon Winters can come in for anybody at any space on the offensive. I mean, on the middle linebacker, or excuse me, in the linebacker scenario. Junior Claxton, the new rookie, will be the number 2 spot, not the number 3. And yeah, we like the corners. Nice speed on our corners. And Julian Blackman with JT Woods as a backup for him. We like that. Young player. Jonquan Bresker and Reggie Rivers. Reggie Rivers shows up as a 74 overall as a strong safety. And could be good, especially he might be able to just stay in. A lot of times we were playing Henderson in the backup spot for the safety, and we might not need to do that now. Kicker's Matt Gay, punter is Matt Foster, and we still don't have very many picks going into the future, but we do have a solid team. 355 overall staff points to use for our players here. Defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, and so that should be fun to try to figure out how we're going to have those guys affect our team. So overall, man, we feel very good about where we are and what we're doing. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know this is a long video. Hopefully it was worth the journey, man. We're ready to get started, and we'll see you on the other side. This is Past This Game 2. God loves you, and so do I, and I will. See you when I see you. Peace.